Okay, we are back for Showdown. So we're going to kick things off with Mark Henry beating Brian Knobbs cleanly. I dread to think what sort of rating this will get, but Brian Knobbs has stuck with me for quite a while, many months. I've never offered him a new contract, but he's just, he was on a big contract when I joined. So I've got to try and use him somehow. So he's just going to be a jobber, and let's hope he does a good job at that. Buff Bagwell returning the favour to Scott Steiner after Steiner laid into him on Uprising. David Flair pretty over, a lot more over than Randy Orton, so I'm hoping that Randy Orton beating Flair cleanly will help Orton, but knowing David Flair, it won't do much, but let's see if he can be useful in some way. For the second show running, we've got an angle involving Reno and Palumbo. This time, Reno's going to come and attack Palumbo, and Palumbo is going to no-sell Reno's finisher. Pretty cool finisher, actually. Like a reverse diamond cutter. Roller for dice, I think it's called. West Hollywood Blondes are going to beat Skipper and Romeo. Jeff Jarrett is going to have an interview hyping up his feud with Sean Stasiak. Not been much on that recently. For Wall retains his TV title by beating New Jack. And after Johnny for Bull was kidnapped on Uprising by the New Dark Carnival, this episode, Billy Kidman and Chavo Guerrero are going to sneak attack Vampiro and Muta. Lance Storm is going to win a freeway against Jamie Noble and AJ Styles. These two guys requested a match with Lance Storm. He's in popular demand, so why not stick the three of them in together? Interview with Kurt Hennig. His retaliation to getting walloped with his own title belt by Lash LaRoe on Uprising. And for main event, a cage match between Shane Douglas and Chris Kanyon. And I couldn't have Chris Kanyon win this feud because Shane Douglas is going on to main event. It wouldn't do much good to his character if Kanyon won cleanly. So I'm hoping it won't do Kanyon any harm, but he's had a good feud against Shane Douglas when arguably he didn't deserve it. So I think we've got a pretty good show here, except for opener. To be honest, it's no worse than I thought it would be, but it's not really done Mark Henry any good either. So it is what it is. Buff Bagwell interview went well. Randy Orton, David Flair, and to be fair to David Flair, he seems to have done a good job because Randy Orton has gained overness from this match, and that's what we want. Still very young, about 22 years old in this. This angle went a lot better than Reno's backstage attack on Uprising, which got about 55 maybe. Just got 66. Palumbo's in the ring. Reno comes out and attacks. He gets the upper hand and roll the dice. But Chuck Palumbo gets straight back up. Reno gets the hell out of there. Palumbo just shrugged off his finisher. 1-1 in their battle so far. Good match. Hollywood Blondes, Skipper Romeo. And I'm not sure why Skipper and Romeo are sort of lagging behind the other Cruiser tag teams because they were all or most of them were at a similar level when I took over WCW. And Air Raid were a lot further behind Skipper and Romeo, so I don't really know what it is because they are getting the matches now. Jarrett interview went well. New Jack and the Wall usually does a bit better than that. Mind you, I think they faced each other once or twice, but it did okay. Chavo Guerrero lost overness from this. Sneak attack didn't go down too well. Obviously, for fans like the Dark Carnival being the attackers here, but Chavo and Billy are losing this feud and don't want them to get too far behind. A good triple threat match there, and sick of seeing Lance Storm was sluggish. We know he was. I wonder how long he's got left on his contract, because if he stays this unhappy, he's not going to sign a new contract. I'll have to have a look at that. Kurt Angle interview against Lash LaRoe, that went well. And for main event, that's really disappointing. But Kanyon gained overness from the feud ending, so that's good. But they've had much better matches than that. Franchiser, Shane Douglas climbs the cage. and he wins. So obviously a cage match is not well, it didn't go well. 68%. Our worst rating for a while. Not brilliant, but not terrible. And 0.43, I think that's our joint lowest, so that's a bit disappointing. Shane Douglas like that. Kanyon thinks he should be higher up the card. Why don't you suggest who they should go against then if Orton and Flair didn't click? Anyway, right, we're going to have a look at Lance Storm's contract, aren't we? And then we're going to have a look at the openness of Kanyon and Shane Douglas. Lance Storm, oh, he's got 17 months, so there we go. And his morale's at 7. Shane Douglas, 100. He's got to be the next world title challenger. He has to be. Chris Kanyon, and he's gone up to 84, and he thinks he should be an upper mid card. That's absolutely fine by me. I think he's warranted it, and he's a good worker, Kanyon. I like Chris Kanyon. So let's have a look at the feuds. Is Hennig LaRoe ready to be ended? No, not quite yet. Or Jarrett Stasiak. That's not ready. And yeah, that's fair enough. Palumbo Reno. Oh, it's only 2-1. Wall and Sting is still going, and it's 8-4 to Sting. Does Sophie have anything to tell us? Terry Funk's act's growing stale. Well, he's not wrestling for us. I don't use him very much now. Shane Douglas should be the focus of our shows. We don't need to look at scouting staff. We've got quite a few here. Quite a few wrestlers. Mike Sanders' contract's coming to an end. Prince Iaukea contract's coming to an end. Tony Schiavone, his contract's not going to be renewed because I think I signed another announcer actually. Is he doing one of our shows at the minute? Ah, yeah, Gary Michael Capetta. Whoever he is, he's higher rated than Tony Schiavone. He's on a lesser contract as well. And I just want to check if I have sent out a promo tape this month. Yeah, I have done. That's fine. But we have been rejected the last few times, so I'm not too hopeful about that. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. What news do we have? 7.18 for Raw. We've never had anything like that. SmackDown's been renewed. Heat, right. Okay, that pretty much sums up this video. No more feuds ready to be ended. So we'll keep on developing them, and we will keep on putting on some good matches. So stay tuned and see you soon.